Hi and welcome back. Carrying on with the theme of present moment awareness, I wanted to give you a set of starter methods that you can use to start to progress where you can place your attention. So remember what we are trying to do here. Whether you call this present moment awareness, mindfulness, or being here now, it doesn't really matter. They all pretty much mean being able to shift your attention to what's meaningful in this moment. So we can purposely shift away from unhelpful thoughts or feelings. I have made another video before this that goes into this a bit more, so please check that out for a more detailed overview. The purpose of this video is to give you some skills, some exercises to practice so you can get better at this. So we're going to start with a very simple practice using our breath. And I know a lot of practices use the breath and start with the breath, but what we're going to do after that is move away from the breath, as we don't want to be using that all of the time. We want to be able to start focusing our attention on other things. So we will look at using single and multiple targets of attention. And after that, we will go through an exercise that is an example of broadening or widening the attention and then narrowing it again. Obviously, if you already have your own practice in place, then don't feel obliged to try any of these. This is more for people who might not know where to start or want to try something different or don't know how to progress their current practice. Perhaps you've only been using exercises that do focus on the breath and you want to move on, then this will give you some ideas of how else this can be done. So these are inspired from Stephen Hayes and his fantastic book, which is called A Liberated Mind, which you can find a link to in the description below. So let's get started. The first method we're going to look at is just a very simple practice. And this one is going to use just the breath, but that is its simplicity. If you thought my previous video called the 3-minute breathing space was easy, then this one is even easier than that one. So let me just talk through how this exercise works. So sit down somewhere comfortable. Could be on a chair, it could be on the side of the bed, it could be on the floor. And try to have a good posture, but one that is comfortable for you. And eyes have a soft gaze, just looking slightly down. And in that position, we're going to allow the mind to come to the breath. Just notice your breath. Notice the fact that you are breathing and you can feel yourself breathing. And notice the sensations of breathing in and out. And that is all I want you to do. As soon as you notice your mind has started to wander, has perhaps shifted its focus to something else, something in the past or something coming in the future, or even something present about this exercise is useless, just notice that and purposely bring it back to your breath. Don't worry about a timer. Don't worry about how often your mind wanders. Don't worry about how hard it might be to just focus on the breath. Just practice doing this for a few minutes every day. That's it. This might seem overly simple, but what you are doing is building your attentional muscles. Those times in the practice when your mind wanders off and you bring it back to the breath, you are building the skill of noticing that your mind has wandered and then regaining focus. You are improving your skill of attention. Now, the second method helps us practice with single and multiple targets of attention. So instead of using our breath, we start to focus on other things. Okay, this exercise is in 3 parts and each part is 2 minutes long. For this one, I want you to grab something with a timer on it and set it for 2 minutes. Don't start the timer yet, as I'm going to explain what to do first. For 2 minutes, I am going to invite you to shift your focus and your attention to the sole of your left foot. I want you to focus on what it feels like. Can you feel it touching the floor? Can you have a sense of the amount of pressure there? Are there any sensations you can feel there? Can you perhaps sense that there is blood flowing through it right now? Can you notice its temperature? Is it warm or is it cold? Can you get a sense of its shape or its size or its weight just by paying attention to it? And be curious about what your left foot feels like for the 2 minutes. And if your mind does wander, and it will, that's perfectly normal, try and catch it and bring it back to your left foot. I'm not going to talk through this one as you do it, so it gives you a chance to practice without being distracted by me speaking. I will leave some of the questions I've just asked on the screen, and I'll leave that screen up for 2 minutes. So start the timer, close your eyes, and let's begin. Welcome back. You probably found that your mind wandered often. Mine did, and that's perfectly normal. You may have also noticed things about your left foot that you have never even considered before. Now set the timer again, and we're going to do the same for the sole of your right foot. And this time, see if you can become even more curious and become even more aware and connected with it, and notice a deeper sense of awareness. And again, if your mind does wander off, as it probably will do, then bring it back again to your right foot. Okay, start the timer. Welcome back and thank you for giving that a go. What did you notice that time? Did the 2 minutes feel like it was shorter or did it feel like it was longer than before? Did you find your mind starting giving you thoughts about the exercise, saying it's stupid or it's pointless? Oh, I've got to do another 2 minutes. Oh, not the other foot. It's going to feel exactly the same as the previous foot. This is just the same as what we did earlier. All of those thoughts are normal. Just be interested in what your mind threw up for you and whether you are able to notice those thoughts, notice they were taking you away from your foot and bringing your awareness back again. Okay, so we're going to do one more part of this exercise. So set the timer for another 2 minutes. Don't start yet. This time we are going to see if you can place your awareness on both your right and your left foot at the same time. So trying not to shift your focus from the left to the right in an alternating way, but try to widen your attention to allow you to notice both at the same time. Again, if your mind tries to take your attention elsewhere, gently bring it back to your feet. So start your timer and let's go. Welcome back again. What did you notice that time? Did you find yourself sometimes being aware of one foot, then noticing you were supposed to be doing both and then trying to bring your attention to the other one, and then maybe just noticing that one and then trying to bring it back to both? If so, that's brilliant. Being able to direct your attention first to one foot and then the other not only builds attention in the present, it builds flexible attention. This is purposeful, directed attention to the present that is both flexible and voluntary. So being able to purposely shift from the left foot, noticing that you're just focusing on that one instead of both, and then moving to the right, and then noticing what's going on there, and then trying to broaden it out. That is ideal. Okay, that is practicing that flexible, purposeful, voluntary awareness. Again, this is a good one to build into your practice and see if you can spend a few minutes each day just trying to start to build up the skill of flexible attention. And now the third and final exercise we are going to go through in this starter set video is broadening and narrowing attention. For this one, we're going to use a piece of music. Because this is on YouTube, I've chosen a piece from the YouTube audio library, so it doesn't get taken down for any copyright reasons. What we're going to do is purposely use our attention to listen to all of the instruments at the same time. Then we're going to narrow our focus to just one instrument at a time and then widen our focus again after that. If you have a timer, then please feel free to use that, but I'm going to say when it's time to change focus and what to focus on for the purpose of this practice. I'd like you to spend the first 20 seconds trying to take in all of the instruments at once, the entire piece of music that you can hear. For the next 20 seconds, I want you to focus on just the bass, that's the really low notes that you can hear. For the 20 seconds after that, I would like you to focus on the guitar. See if you can follow the melody. See if you can hear any of the sliding noises of the hand moving up and down the neck. Then for the next 20 seconds, I want you to bring your focus to the strings you can hear. And then for the final 20 seconds, I want you to take all of it in again. See if you can bring your awareness to all of the instruments at the same time. I'm going to play the song now. I'll put some reminders on the screen and I'll tell you what to focus on at each point. So I'm going to start the track. And for the first 20 seconds, I want you to focus on all of the music. See if you can hear all of the instruments playing at the same time. And now focus on just the bass, so that's the really low notes. And now bring your focus to the guitar. And now bring your focus to the strings. And now bring your focus to all of the instruments again at the same time. And let's end the song there. If you want to do this yourself, then there's loads of ways you can set this up. You could spend 30 seconds or a minute on each instrument. You could listen to the whole track through, and then on the next listen through, just focus on one instrument. You could listen to the whole track through, taking in everything, and then on the next playthrough, focus on just one instrument, and the next listen to another one. Obviously, once you have an idea of how to do this, then please feel free to use music that suits your taste better. Or perhaps even try it with a piece of music that you don't like. A piece of music that when you first hear it, you think, oh, I do not like the sound of that. But then try and focus on certain bits and see if you can stay with it and see if it gives you a different perspective or a different appreciation of that music. So there we go. 3 different ways to build the skill of attention. If you practice this, it does get easier. You do get better at it. Then you can build up to not putting on so much attention on unhelpful thoughts or bodily sensations or emotions, as you'll be able to shift your attention to what matters instead. I hope you like this video. If you want more information about present moment awareness, then please check out the video with that title. Okay, this was more about building skills and exercises in this one. If you haven't subscribed already, then please consider doing so, as that tells me that people are finding value in these videos and that they are useful. Thanks everyone, take care, goodbye.